Hey guys, time to show my books. It's been a bit, I think. A couple weeks maybe a little longer. I don't know. Anyway, obviously getting all ready for the Christmas season. Got my bourbon and eggnog. Nice Christmas tree up. Figured it was time to make a video and show you guys what I've been picking up. So let's take a look. Alright guys, these are in no particular order. First up I have Angela Asgard's Assassin #1. Read it, it's pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to continue with it yet. I'm still kind of on the fence. I think I'm going to give it 3 issues and go from there. I had read the original Sin, Thor, and Loki business where they had found her or whatever, and it was really interesting. That's why I decided to pick this up, so we'll see what happens. Next up is Thor #3. This is continuing to be an entertaining story. After the story arc, if it continues to be good, I'll continue with it. Yeah, I have no complaints with this book, and I think the next issue is going to be very, very good. Next up is a new book, Spider-Man and the X-Men #1. Read this, it's okay. It's not my favorite, thing ever. I mean, there was some funny stuff in it, but I think that some of the younger mutants are just not doing it for me. X-Men overall lately just hasn't really been doing it for me, so I don't know, it's just my opinion, but I'll continue. I'll do 3 issues and maybe finish the arc after that, we'll see. Next up is All New X Factor #17. This has been, I mean, it's good, I guess. It's hard to tell because it's all part of the Axis stuff, and I'm not reading that. I will, but afterwards, so it's hard when my books that I'm trying to regularly read are getting stuck with this crap, so I hope it ends soon. Sorry guys. Amazing X-Men #14 is the exception to that rule. This book was really good. I enjoyed it a lot, but I'm a huge Mystique fan, and the relationship between Nightcrawler and Mystique has always been super interesting, the mother-son thing, and I think that this is probably one of my favorite issues of this series, even so far. Except Nightcrawler #9. It's fun to watch Nightcrawler fight his friends, but and the way they did it was really interesting, the way Claremont did it. But the book overall hasn't really been catching my attention, so I'll finish the arc and see where it goes from there, but I have a feeling I'll probably finish at the end of this arc with this book. Uncanny Deadpool. It's not too hard to follow this Axis storyline with this book, but there's some things that I'm just not getting because I'm not reading the rest of it, right? And I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I love the cover for this, at least. I think it's really neat, kind of the old school look to it. But I'll still continue picking up Deadpool. I can't help myself. Next up, another new book, Bitch Planet #1. I had no idea what to expect going into this book. I remember reading they had a 2-page spread or whatever in previews, and at that point I was like, I don't know about this. But then I watched a few videos of people talking about it, and I figured out why the hell not, when I pick it up, see what all the fuss is about. And it was actually really good, and I'm excited to continue on with it and see where it goes. I didn't get a chance to read the extra material in the back yet, but I'm planning on doing that next. So, yeah, 'cause it actually looked interesting. It looked like they had some, maybe I think there was like an article about feminism maybe or something, or women in comics and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I have no problems with this book yet. It's been great. Southern Bastards #6. I didn't get a chance to read this one yet, but I mean, I'm sure it's going to be great. The storyline following Coach has been pretty good. I prefer the first storyline. Coach Boss is cool, but the first storyline just kind of caught my attention a little more than this one has. Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. Oops, sorry guys. This is something, again, I haven't read any of the rest of the books that I have, or singles that I have here. I'm sure it'll be great. I like the cover quite a bit. It's kind of neat. Almost looks cell shady. It's kind of cool. Yeah, not much to say about it. Spider-Verse Team Up, again, I haven't read it, but Spider-Gwen story can't be bad. And it looks like a Miles and Spidey team up on the top, so we'll see how that pans out. And of course, the Spider-Verse stuff has just been really good for me, anyway. Amazing Spider-Man number 11. If you guys can see these, I'm trying something new. And I don't know. Anyway, again, Spider-Verse stuff. I haven't read this one yet, so I can't really form an opinion. But I've been enjoying Spider-Verse so far. Next up, Sinestro number 7. I liked this book a lot before the whole Godhead thing. I haven't even been reading the issues since Godhead started. I've just been collecting it just to have the full run, at least until that part's over. I may go back and read them if the issue following Godhead is confusing to me or anything, but or I feel like I missed something. But I'm sure they'll just start a new story arc at that point. So I don't know. I like Sinestro and the whole Green Lantern thing, so I don't know. And maybe I'll find a way to read Godhead and trade, and then these issues won't feel like a waste for me. So leave it up there. Next up, Evil Empire number 8. Wow, 8 already. This book, it's on the chopping block for me, I think. As much as I like Max Bemis and I want to support him, I can't continue to read this book if it's not giving me, something in return, some kind of entertainment, and it's not really doing that for me. I find it kind of hard to get through it sometimes. It's not that it's too deep or too, it's just maybe it's too political for me, and I don't really want to read, I kind of read comics to get away from the world, to pull myself out of it, but whatever. I may see how much longer that series is going to run for and finish it off. We'll see. I did pick up one trade. I got Manifest Destiny Volume 1, Flora and Fauna. I did read this right away as soon as I got home because I heard nothing but good things about it, and all the people that said nothing but good things were right. It is very good. It caught my attention from the first 3 pages, and I just couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down. I think I finished it before my coffee this morning. It's definitely worth your time if you haven't read this yet, and it's highly recommended by me. If you like, I guess it's very, very good. The whole Lewis and Clark thing is pretty interesting. I went to back issue place today, picked up a couple or 3 things. First up, I got Heavy Metal Magazine. This is September 1983. The reason I got this one was because of the Francis Ford Coppola interview. I think it'd be interesting to read. This is kind of around the time when Godfather was coming out, so maybe not. This was way after. Maybe Godfather Part 3. But anyway, I like Francis Ford Coppola and the work that he's done, so I thought it'd be interesting to read an article from that time. And another one I got is Heavy Metal, June 1985. Again, I got it because of the interview in it. Interview with dead directors George Romero and Dan O'Bannon. I'm a huge fan of George Romero, and I saw that, and I thought it'd be interesting to read an interview from him at that time. And you can never go wrong with a Heavy Metal magazine. The work inside is always great. And lastly, when I was at the shop, I don't know, I was flipping through some of this specific character's books, saw this, and the Christmas spirit fell over me. And I got Christmas Rush, The Flash, issue number 87. Yes, that's Flash. Yes, he's fighting Santa Clauses and shorts and t-shirts with Christmas trees and holly on them. I don't know. It looked pretty funny to me, and Mark Waid wrote it, so hopefully it's just a one and done, and I can just read it. And I kind of want to put it up in the living room for Christmas time. I think it'd be neat to have something like that up. So, and things like Mint, which is pretty awesome too. And I think it might even be my first Flash book, which is cool. And I've been really enjoying the show. So, yeah, that's all I have to show you today. And I'm sure during the Christmas season I'll be getting some comics for Christmas, and definitely be picking up some books on Boxing Day. There's no doubt about that. I'm guessing probably around the $200 mark worth of books, so I'm sure I'll have a large stack of books to be showing off. Yeah, I think that's all I have today. Yep. All right, well, cheers, guys. Merry Christmas, and or Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate, and I'll see you later.